Hello. Sorry, for some reason my phone was freaking out. It seemed to not want to skip an ad, and then it basically wouldn't pause, so I was having a problem. But no, it seems to be fine now. Sometimes it auto-plays. It just randomly auto-plays. So yeah, I'm only on for a quickie. Only until 5 because I'm actually feeling a bit tired, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I've just been feeling very whacked in the head today. Kind of like it's kind of like dopey, I guess. You know, just I'm not very sharp, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like it's kind of like when I came off of my pain medication, and I kind of like I was coming off of it because they like to dial down the pain medication, and it's kind of like yeah, it's just really hard to concentrate on stuff and things. And you know, when you're really tired, it's like that, but in a very, very low key way all the time. That's how I felt today. I don't know why. But it also affected my mood as well because like I said, I kept feeling like I wasn't doing anything. You know, I had no sense of accomplishment with whatever I was doing today, and that was weird. So yeah, I don't get it. I know the feeling, yeah. Yeah. I was watching a debate earlier while I was eating my cheese and crackers. And it kind of bummed me out because it was one of the people that was doing this debate. It was an online debate thing. I like watching like online debates and stuff between there's the big questions, you know, big talk. You know how I hate small talk? I love big talk. So it's either really, really scientific and engineering questions, or it's about something that's more philosophical and things. And there's this guy who's basically this was a philosophical and kind of it was an atheist debate, I think. And there's this guy who basically he's got MS and stuff, and he was saying, because they introduced themselves and they had a little chat before the debate, but they were talking about how they're dealing with lockdown and stuff like that, and he basically said that he was just that he was annoyed at first because, you know, he's got MS. He's only got like this year to basically do all the things that he's got to do before that he gets to do, like traveling and all that stuff and enjoying his life, before things start to go downhill for him. And I was like, holy fuck. That's got to be the same for most people in this situation. You know, that would actually, yeah. If I basically had a disease or knew I was going to die, like next year, just at the beginning of next year, then I would be incredibly pissed off at the rest of the world. But he was saying that basically he's compensated a lot with like friends and family and things, like talking to him online and basically turning his entire house and his back garden with into into the best that it's ever been. He had a pool installed. It was done within like 3 days apparently. So you got to be swimming all the time. You know, they even put like a cover over half of it somehow or something. He had like the kids, his grandkids. He has a sand pit in his garden, but they turned it into like a tropical beach kind of for him. And he said that he's had just endless fun, just basically with friends and family coming over and visiting him, only one at a time because of the restrictions that he's in. He's somewhere in America, so yeah, and it's like that does sound awesome. So I mean, he's been well compensated, but at the same time, it's like there's a lot of people out there that kind of that have the same kind of situation, but aren't going to have the money or resources to be able to do this, and that obviously would suck. So yeah. And he understands that, and he was saying that it was just bad and stuff, but yeah. But I mean, like, he seemed like a very sweet guy as well. He seemed like it was really irritating because it was just like, it's like you know when you meet somebody that has almost the exact kind of mental mindset as you, and kind of like is basically you, but they're another person essentially. It's so annoying that I empathize with this guy so much because yeah, he's a slightly pudgy guy who enjoys enjoys his food too much, I guess. Enjoys his booze and yeah, it's annoying. I felt for him. It'll get like I said, it bummed me out. But yeah, you do have these people out there that are like you know, it's like for the good of everybody, everybody has to stay inside and do their part and things like that and sacrifice and everything. It's like, yeah, but some people are going to sacrifice their lives. Some people are sacrificing their lives, you know, whether it's by this poor guy's story or literally by upping this, you know, staying inside all the time, not being able to see their friends or family is going to up their depression, up their loneliness and levels. And if they can't cope, then they're gonna break the rules, or they are going to take their lives. And it is a, you know, it's not good enough just saying, well, you're going to have to make sacrifices. It's like, yeah, but are you going to have to kill yourself, really? You know, it's a thing. It's that's why I hate these people who are just like just being like, oh well, I'm being, you know, I'm doing my part, you know, like it's some kind of like super virtue that they're coping so well in this situation. It's like, yeah, not everybody's going to be like that, you know. I hate those people. So yeah, that's so creative and sweet. I know, right? I kind of wish that I had unlimited resources as well. I would totally um, basically extend the back garden way more, have a huge pool fitted in, you know. Um, yeah. I'll just bum myself out a bit more now. Think about pools. I was like, oh crap! I'm actually never going to get to swim this year. This year, I'm just not going to be able to do any swimming at all. And it's like my favorite thing to do. Gives me ideas for the 4th of July. Oh yeah, I forget about that holiday because we don't celebrate it here, obviously. Um, yeah, I'm kind of annoyed at America because 4th of July and Thanksgiving sound awesome. You know, my cousin would tease me. He would fucking tease me because I love Christmas. I'm the Christmas guy. I love Christmas. I like the reasons why I like Christmas is because is not just because of the warm fuzzy feelings that it gives me, but also it's the perfect time of year to basically go out on the excesses. You know, I really do love all of the food. You know, I like going to my mother-in-law's place where I get like fed a lot of food. Um, can drink as much as I want, and I'm allowed to have my pipe in the house. You know, it's like it's awesome. It's just get to be the big fat granddaddy kind of guy that I feel like I am. Um, and yeah, my cousin would tease me all the time because basically because he was me. You know, he was just me, 10 years forward. That's all he was. That's not all he was, but yeah. So we had the same likes and dislikes and everything, and he would be like, "Oh yeah, we got a 4th of July barbecue. I get to go to four 4th of July barbecues, and the Black Block Party, Black Block." It sounds racist, but actually, that's actually what it was called because everybody on his street where he lived in Texas, basically they were black. He was in a black neighborhood, and it was a black block party for the 4th of July. And he got to go to a block party, which was basically just awesome, and got to do all the fireworks stuff and watch the fireworks and. It was annoying. It was just annoying. He just got to tell me about all of the cool 4th of July stuff he got to do. The image that he was describing to me was just like, oh my god, that's fucking heaven. But essentially, him and his best friend, who was his neighbor, when he first moved in, he basically became instant best friends with his neighbor, and him and his best friend and the boys, like all of the dads in the neighborhood, basically stole somebody's paddling pool. They borrowed it off of one. It was probably one of theirs anyway, and literally just dipped their toes because it was really hot. Dipped their toes into it, dipped their feet into it while they were sitting on lawn chairs, all having like awesome cigars and awesome like just drinks, lots and lots of cocktails, and were just like watching the fireworks go off and bullshitting with each other. And it was like, I hate you, I hate you so much, I hate you so much right now. My 4th of July is nothing. We do nothing. You know, Thanksgiving, he basically always low. He I like Christmas. He liked Thanksgiving. He always described it as it's the only time of year that I get to go to the dinner table and show everybody who's boss. And I was like, I love that attitude. Yeah, that'd be me. Wait, your pools aren't back open? No. Well, my, our swimming pools here are all indoor pools, and they're all shit. They've all got. You only get to go in the pool for an hour. It's usually busy, it's usually expensive, and it's just, for me, that's not worth it. Being in a pool is just not worth it if you're only going to go in it for an hour. I used to be in the swimming pool 4 hours at a time. That was kind of my minimum, even, you know. If I could, I would basically spend like all fucking day in the swimming pool, you know. Like when I was in when I was in when I was living with my parents in near London. That's kind of in near London. Because I was a lifeguard there, and because I had been a lifeguard there, they didn't bother telling me that I had to get out after an hour and stuff, because I basically knew everybody. It was kind of a thing. So sometimes I got to go in for free, even, which was cool. Even after the after I stopped being a lifeguard there and stuff. So yeah, so I would have to either go back and live in fucking Romford, which I do not want to do, or stay here and basically just not go swimming. But the thing is that I used to go swimming, so I was basically stuck with 2 times a year that I ever went swimming, and one was at the Bear event in Vegas because they had a choice of 2 pools to go swimming in, which was pretty fun. I'm not kidding when I said that Vegas is basically like heaven to me, because it is. It just at least was. I have no idea what kind of restrictions are going to happen now the next time I go there. So yeah. And Bear Bash in Manchester. That's the only 2 times I get to go swimming. And yeah, Bear Bash is cancelled and over now, because it would have happened in May. Wait a minute, yeah, May. It would have happened in May. And yeah, and of course Vegas is postponed until next year. So yeah, I don't get to go swimming. It's kind of a good thing because my skin is all screwed up because I swam so much, you know, for the first half of my life. That if I did have access to the pool, I would basically it would just screw up the rest of my skin all the time. So yeah. Next time it should be back to normal. Yeah, but like I was saying in the last stream, I'm not counting on it. I kind of suspect that there's going to be that this is going to change things. At least, you know, this is going to have far extending like changes that will eventually die off, and we will eventually get back to normal. But I got a feeling that they're not going to just end when the year's up, you know. When everybody comes out of lockdown and stuff like that, I got a feeling that it's not going to just instantly change back to being normal. That some places will keep like mask restrictions, will try to keep the social distancing. Some places will try to keep certain venues closed. You know, people's attitudes in general is just going to be crazy. It's yeah. I don't know. Well, here we got a phase for places opening up. No, I know the plans. I'm just saying that but everybody's individuals. Everybody's got their own opinions about things and thoughts, and occasionally misinformation. That, you know, people have been misinformed about certain stuff as well. But, you know, despite what the government says, it doesn't mean exactly what that the people are going to do what the government says. You know, like private businesses are going to do their own thing. So yeah. You know, the government says it will be all clear, and yet there'll be at least like a month of people still being slightly afraid to do certain stuff. So yeah. Like yeah. Like even myself, I'm kind of apprehensive about making plans because me and Damon have joked together about wanting to like basically take a very cheapy vacation somewhere in Europe, just abroad together, to just celebrate that we can actually go out again, and to also mourn the losses of our trips away and stuff like that, you know. But even like I said, I have apprehension about it. I kind of feel like, oh no, but even though that might be kind of awesome, if I get this thing, I know it'll be just my fucking luck that I'll be one of those people that will die from it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm definitely frightened that that's going to happen. I'm just saying that it's kind of like it just would be my luck, though, wouldn't it? You know. And I'll probably be saying it all the way to the airport, to my last stream to you guys before I go. I would say like, okay, when I come back, I guess I'm gonna die. So see ya. So yeah. Itchy. I wanted to go visit Itchy, and I'm kind of I will admit that kind of scares me in the first place, on account of it'll be by myself as well. It'll be that Damon won't be able to do that because he's not ready for long haul flights. So I'm kind of like bit apprehensive about that. I kind of wanted to, our plan, me and Itchy's plan, was to maybe go to him this time. So I go to like Washington, and then he either meets me up there, we spend a day up there, and then basically go to his place, or something like that. I don't know. But I am a bit annoyed at myself for thinking I kind of don't want to do that. You know. I don't think your luck's that bad. I'm guessing that's what you meant. It's not licks. Oh, I'm pretty sure that I've gone through almost all of my life story. I'm pretty sure that luck-wise, it's not been that great with me. I'm not saying that I'm not lucky to have what I have, but I am saying that basically I've also had an incredible amount of bad juju. I know it's scary, but sometimes you got to take the risk. Well, it's not so much that. It's like I said, I'm really annoyed at myself and kind of ashamed of it that that Itchy is super eager to come here to the middle of nowhere to see me and Damon, and yet, like, I don't want to leave this place. I don't want to go to somewhere unfamiliar for large portions of time, potentially large portions of time. Like at the time when we were talking about it, I was like all excited because I was like, ooh, because I genuinely enjoy exploring new places, going to new places, and of course I enjoy meeting Itchy and stuff. But at the same time, it's just it's like, oh, but then I'm stuck there. And I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling of being stuck places. You know, unless it's literally paradise. like like Vegas, you know. It's weird because this isn't paradise, but this is home, you know. And it kind of, like I said, I hate that. I hate that about myself. I hate that I don't want to do that. That's the thing. It's not scary. It's not that it's scary. But you're stuck with Itchy. That should be be a paradise. Yeah, but the problem is that I also love Damon. You know. Oh my God! Even when I am in paradise, even when I'm in Vegas, I always miss Damon. That's one of the reasons why I'm only there for a week. Although to be fair, if basically Damon came with me, that would be the best thing ever. But you know, he doesn't want to go because he said it would be too hot, and I respect that. Do you know where Damon vacations? Damon vacations in Finland. Do you know how cold Finland is? I don't know. Like I said, I'm just not. I'm kind of annoyed at myself. really annoyed. I'm kind of I'm really annoyed at myself because I feel this way and it's annoying me, you know. Damon's a polar bear. It's funny. I mean, you've seen him recently, right? Well, you might have seen him. I'm kind of talking to the camera. You've seen him recently, right, camera? Yeah, you've been on. He's been on stream a couple of times. Yeah, he is turning. He's turning white. He's turning very light grey all over, and I love it. But you know, he's definitely a polar bear. I've seen his dad. His dad was a Santa bear. So yeah. Although Damon's lost a lot of weight, so that's cool. That's cool for him because he wanted to lose a bit of weight. So yeah, he wants to be under 19 stone. So that's about right. You haven't seen Damon recently. It's been in the in all of the recent hot tub live streams. He's been coming out to the garden to check up on me and stuff, and he's been on the live stream. So yeah, but yeah, his salt and pepper has got lots more salt in it just recently. Well, not just recently, just it's taken years, obviously, but yeah. How much is he now? He's about 19 stone something. I think. I used to know what the stone to pounds thing is because I don't know how much I weigh in stone. I just know that it's around about 300 pounds ish. I think 21 stone is because it's 14. Is it, I think it's 14 pounds per stone. I think. All I know is that 21 stone is 300 pounds. About 21 stone is about 300 pounds. So yeah. I can't do quick math in my head right now. Wait a minute. I do on my phone. $19 in pounds. 266 pounds. Yeah. Multiply the is formula. It says here multiply the mass value by 14. What the hell is a mass value? Well, that's the thing. What is you have to figure out what a mass value is. Yeah, I'm around about 22 stone ish. 20 stone. I'm just over 22 stone myself. So that is about 308 pounds. Yeah. Well, I think it might be more. I don't know. I haven't tested my. I haven't stepped on the scales. I should do because I don't know. I don't know. I did manage to work out today. I was very happy with myself for working out today. However, I only worked out for half an hour. I was kind of like, I was like, well, I'm done now. I was just like, I don't care what the time is. I'm just done now. And then I started making myself food. And I actually looked at the clock, and it was like, I felt like I'd done an hour, but it was like, you've done 25 minutes of exercise. I was like, oh fuck. I said to myself that it felt like I'd done more today than an hour, because I was trying to do more than an hour. Oh, fuck off. Ugh. Not you. The yawning. Yeah, I was trying to do more than an hour today, and it felt like I did that. But then it was like, oh, you've only done 25 minutes. But to be fair, I did have all of the, it was the big weights today. It was the high-end weights today. So to be fair, I did do a lot of pushing today, yeah. How was dinner anyway? Didn't I already tell you how dinner was? I had pasta. I just made myself some pasta. Nothing exciting, but I really fancied pasta, and then as I was eating it, I realized that I didn't fancy pasta, so it was just a very boring meal for me for some reason. But I had sweet chili. I made myself some sweet chili pasta, with carrot and stuff, which was quite nice. But then I got the chicken and bacon mix stuff, and basically put it in some of the other pasta. When I realized I put way too much sweet chili into my pasta, so yeah. And then I realized I didn't want pasta, but I'd already made a couple of servings full, so yeah. My after dinner was quite nice because the food that I just ate kind of a few hours ago. No, stop. Yeah, the food that I just ate a couple hours ago was just the rest of the pasta and some cheese and crackers with Wensleydale, and that was quite nice. Wensleydale and cranberry cheese on not rosemary crackers. I thought they were rosemary crackers, but they're not rosemary crackers, which is lame. But they don't have rosemary crackers at the store. I don't know what the hell is the deal with our cracker supply. But yeah. So what are your 4th of July plans? Should I try to do something? I mean, it's still a month away, but yeah. It is a month away, yeah. Where's my 1940s weekend? Because I don't think that's going to be open anymore. I think they might have cancelled that. No, because they cancelled all of the Steam fairs. You think that the 1940s weekend would stay open? Because I'll tell you in a second. Ramsey, 1940s. '40s weekend, 2010 to 20. There we go. Yeah, see, I can't type and speak at the same time. It just doesn't work. Yeah, you think it would be awesome because all they have to do is find a cheap supplier of the classic 1940s Blitz gas masks, and just sell them at the gates, or basically to just give them away because they're probably really cheap. Who knows? And just have the entire event with everybody wearing the gas masks. That would be awesome. I mean, the food vendors would be kind of shitty because you'd have to take your mask off to eat the food. But yeah. Which one was those? What? Which gas mask? The 1940. I don't think it was a big deal in America. As big of a deal that as. Basically, just a quick history lesson. During World War II, places across the UK, nearly the entire nation, had drills where to stop because they were bombing the UK continuously all the time. Most of the fucking UK as well. No place was safe from the bombs. The countryside was least affected, but most of the cities were majorly affected during World War II. England got bombed to fuck by the Germans, obviously. But the fear at the beginning of the war, at least, was that they wouldn't just bomb us, but they would actually bomb. They would gas bomb us. So every single school, every single like major place of work and stuff, they all had gas mask drills. So they actually had gas masks mass produced for almost every single person in England at the time, and they were gas masks. They were just big gas masks. They even had them for babies and stuff. It was a huge deal. So yeah, during World War II, during the Blitz as they called it, which was the bombing of England, yeah, this was a huge deal, and there were gas masks everywhere. So yeah, so the 1940s weekend in Ramsey, the 1940s weekend is just a weekend where they celebrate that particular period of English history, and everybody dresses up in 1940s like clothes. We go around a fair. They have war reenactments. They have food and drink from the time period. They have 1940s style music playing. It's actually an awesome one. It's an awesome time. And it was my mother was my mum. She likes coming to it as well, so that's kind of cool. Not so much for me, but yeah. And yeah, they have stalls for buying stuff and sort of just tat that you can buy. They got classic cars and classic caravans on show. They had a little fun fair for kids. And they'd even have planes flying over. It was awesome. But yeah, my mum was just wondering if it was going to even be open this weekend, for this year. But I don't know if it will be. And like I said, all you got to do for the 1940s weekend is just make everybody wear the gas masks like they wore in the 1940s for the gas for that particular thing. And it's like, yeah, that would be awesome. But they're probably not going to do that. Oh man, that's rough. What, you mean the bombing of England? Yeah, it sucked for them. I wouldn't know, because even though I live here now and grew up here and everything, my family's from Ireland, which was neutral, so it didn't get bombed. Although everybody who wanted to fight in the war, basically they traveled to England and then basically joined up as English people. So it was a thing. They weren't really neutral. It was a thing. But yeah. Tony Williams says, "Hello, Pipe Bear." Hello. So random greeting. You seem, yeah, seems like a lot to try to do. What do you mean, all of the stuff? Is there a delay? I feel like there's a bit of a delay. Yeah, let me just see if it's actually going to be here. Oh, it's August, 22nd to 23rd of August. It seems to be open still. It seems to be, they haven't done any cancellations, so that's something. But yeah, I really wish that I could get into full like 1940s outfits, because I essentially got like 2 costumes and it's usually fucking hot. So I don't want to be in my merchant sailor's uniform, because I've got a proper merchant sailor's uniform, but the thing is that it's a jumper. It's a big thick jumper, and it's the middle of summer. So yeah, or I've got my yellow waistcoat, my famous yellow waistcoat, and my high waisted trousers. And I wear that and my bowler hat. So yeah. You can be a reenactor. You could see the living history stuff, all the trading stations, the vehicles, and you can even camp. You can even camp there, because they've got like dances and stuff. They've got big parties at night and stuff as well. So yeah, Dragon Con is the same way. Yeah, well, I don't get that. I live in the middle of a rural nowhere. So all I've got to look forward to is the steam fairs, which are basically just miniature county fairs, and the circuses, and the 1940s weekend. So yeah. Because they do other stuff. Take me to other events being held in 2020. Let me see. Everything's cancelled. Yeah, see. Actually, is there like a fur? There is a big fur con in the UK, but the thing is that it's I never get to. I'm kind of like woefully unprepared to be at a fur con, you know. And all of the Comic Con stuff sucks. It's way too expensive, and it's incredibly commercialized. Yeah, I figured. Which is weird, because you think that basically it would be like their time to shine. I mean, everybody's wearing a face mask with like their particular persona kind of thing on it, or a full furry costume, you know. And it's like, you'd think it would be amazing. I meant hello, Papa Bear. I don't like that either. It's Papa Tubs. I never liked the Pappy thing until somebody said it to me in an incredibly sweet way. But yeah. Hi, Tony Williams. What is up, dude? I like that you joined. Why is it with people joining when I'm about to leave? Because I was about to say my goodbyes. For Con UK. Confuzzled. Very convention map, wiki fur. Okay. Holy shit. Yeah, everything's been moved back to 2021. But yeah, the closest one to me is in London. London first summer weekend. What is that? July 17th to 18th. Oh, I know that place. Oh, I know that one. But yeah, there's two in Bristol. That's random. Bristol seems to be a random place though. Confuzzled. Yeah, it was supposed to already have been held. So yeah. What is that? What is that? Cabin con? What? Scarborough. Nobody ever holds anything in Scarborough. Edinburgh. Typical. Wild North. Is in Northumberland. My God, all of these places. I'm saving this. I'm saving this for when we're allowed out again, because I do want to go to a Vericon, but I'm kind of like I said, I feel a bit silly going. I don't know. I know that DragonCon isn't a Furrycon. It's like a Comic Con, isn't it? Is there one in Finland? There's one in Helsinki. Because then I have an excuse to go to Finland with Damon. Finn for Animus. Sounds cute. Yeah, I thought so. Neat. Italy doesn't have any, but Milan does. Okay, that's strange. Spain has one in Madrid. Yeah. And look at fucking America. Of course it does. It's just dotted with stuff. AJ says, "Hey Tubbs, can I ask you a quick question? Would you ever do a human water balloon with Speedo video?" No. No, because when you drink a lot of water, then you've got the whole water toxicity thing to worry about, and I just prefer not to try to monitor how much salt I have to put into the water to make it not the case. So it can be a bit dangerous. If you're talking about a enema, then kind of the same thing applies. Only it is easier to get the water out again, but not all of it comes out. But it is messier. So yeah, I'd rather just not have a wet bum. Also, I don't have a Speedo. Somebody asked me about the somebody asked me about about Speedos before, and I do not have the thighs. I'm sorry, I don't have the thighs to expose. The inside of my thighs isn't that great, mainly because I'm very self-conscious about my skin tag. I've got a very big skin tag on my upper thigh on this leg, and also if I wear anything but boxers, it seems to catch on my skin tag almost constantly, and it kind of bugs the fuck out of me. Just, oh my god. So yeah. And now I'm probably going to get tons of people keep telling me that like there are many ways to get rid of a skin tag. It's like, yes, I know there are. I find it funny that you don't think that I've tried all of these ways. Sorry, just doing a geography thing just for a second. The Netherlands was always so tiny to me. I just always assume that the Netherlands is huge, but it's not. Somebody did ask me where Holland is, and I was like, isn't that the Netherlands? I'm confused. But yeah, that's true. I can't find Holland. Lithuania, Belarus, Estonia. So I know somebody from Estonia. I think I got a pencil off of them. That was quite nice. Yeah. Luxembourg. Anything else anybody wants to say to me before I go? Ooh, Spain. That's where we might go on holiday. You got nothing? That's fair. Where is Benidorm? Super cheap Benidorm. That's me and where me and Damon are thinking about going. Alicante. Valencia. Ibiza. I keep forgetting Ibiza is in the Mediterranean. Barcelona. I can't find it. Oh well. I can see Alicante, Malaga. Weird. Yeah, me and Damon think about going to Benidorm because basically it's incredibly cheap, like crazy cheap. So once I find that, what is that place? It's in Spain. It's in Spain somewhere. It's on the south coast, on the Mediterranean Sea. And like I said, it's incredibly cheap. It's basically the the it's where all of the lower to middle class go on holiday if they can afford to go abroad. That's where they will go, mainly because it can cost you like £20 a night at one of the hotels. It's Alicante. I swear, Alicante is that. There it is. Found it. But it's really cheap. It's kind of like it's just the British kind of like cheap travel destination. Um, but I've been there. My grandmother. I was going to say my nan. My grandmother. Basically, she used to live there when she moved out of her old house before she lived with us. Before she lived with my parents and me. Um, she used to live there just for a couple of years because it was so cheap and because it was in a nice hot place and stuff. But yeah, wow. Oh, that was weird. That was a weird flashback. I just saw the hotel complex that she used to live in. But yeah, it's around somewhere in Benidorm, is where we're thinking of maybe going to have a quick holiday, because basically the English have kind of, because we vacation in this one spot so much and with so many people uh, just wanting to be there cheap and stuff. Um, it's kind of turned into a mini England, you know. There's like the everybody speaks English in this little tiny portion of Spain. It's crazy. All of the businesses, they don't use the euro. A lot of them, they use the pound. It's crazy. But yeah, and it's dirt cheap. There's huge beaches, mostly packed in the summer, of course, because of the cheapness and stuff. And yeah, There was even a TV show called Benidorm because it was like that. So yeah, but yeah, I basically I said to myself that I would kind of just like to go to Benidorm, just to get away from everything, just to have a really cheap holiday and stuff. And they've got all of the restaurants there are pretty decent, you know, not crazy elaborately super Spanish or anything, but it's just weird. It's just a weird place that I remember from my childhood. I remember from visiting my nan all the time. All the time. We went there like 6 times, I think, and stuff. It was either there or Greece. We would sometimes go to Greece. That's where my mum used to like to go on holiday. Why don't we just go to Ireland? Just randomly go home. There's my hometown. Well, there's my birth town. Hometown is fucking Romford. I hate that place. Anyway, you guys should definitely go though. Well, the problem is that we would have to go off season when it isn't super hot because Damon doesn't like it too hot. Like you said, he melts. I got a feeling that I might end up just going to Finland with him. Because, yeah. Make sure it's in the middle of summer though. I mean, Helsinki is big. Apparently, it's nice there. Yeah, Damon's been to Stockholm and Helsinki. So he's been to Sweden and Finland. But it's like I'm looking at all of the places he's been on the map right now, and it's like fits in this little tiny bit, and it's like I really want Damon to go with me to explore a little bit more of the world, but he's fine with just this bit. It's crazy to me. Yeah, I do my version, and I span an entire hemisphere of the planet from where I've been. It's crazy. Anyway, right, enough. Boring, just me looking at a map. Yeah, we'll figure it out, but I don't know. And I know I should go visit Itchy, but I got a feeling that I'm not going to be there for long. One of the fears is that he'll get sick of me and I'll get sick of him at the same time. Even though I'm pretty sure that can't happen, because every time he comes here and he has to go, it breaks my heart. It really does. Anyway. Thanks for sticking with me, dude. I do appreciate you hanging out with me. But I'm going to go bed. Back stretch. Belly rubs. And belly salute. And itches, apparently. I'll be back on tomorrow to do the Wiki Wednesday. So if you're interested, Pound of Frogs, then try to learn something interesting and be prepared to tell us it. It could be something little. It could be something really interesting. It could be Just something that you didn't know before, you know. If you can't, then don't worry about it. Honestly, it's I don't require you to do so. I'm not going to test you upon entering the stream, but it's just a funny thing. But yeah, it depends on what. I get it. But that's only. I was just about to say that's only if you can actually make it. If you can't, then I'll probably do another one of these anyway. Probably a little bit later than this because I don't imagine I'm going to get no sleep for more than I have yesterday. I'm not tired. But I've got to try to make myself sleep at some stage. Otherwise people get annoyed that I'll get ratty and stuff. I don't get ratty when it comes to no sleep. I just get dopey and then I fall asleep. I only get ratty when it comes to not being able to eat all the foods that I want to eat. But yeah. Anyway. Goodbye. Toodles. Where was Jeff? I thought Jeff was going to come on as well. He probably fell asleep. He's an old man. He's got to have his sleep. If he made it to the end of this playback, then he probably heard that, and I'm going to read it in the comments. I'm not old. You're old. I'm just this old. You dumb kids. I can't do the old voice. I can't unless it's the Queen's voice. I can do that, but I'm just going to go. Bye bye.